Good evening, everyone. My name is Kae Sen, matrix number J46472. So today we'll be discussing an article review about a critical issue in Vietnam's forestry sector, which is the new and emerging insect pests and disease threats to the forest plantation. This presentation is based on the recent research by Pham Quan Tu and colleagues published in the journal Forest. To set the stage, let's understand the importance of forest plantation in Vietnam. Over the last decade, from 2010 to 2020, Vietnam saw a significant increase in the planted area forests, growing from 3 million to 4.4 million hectares. This expansion means the plantation now make up over a quarter of Vietnam's total forest area. These play a crucial role in increasing forest cover and providing livelihood for millions in rural communities. Economically, the sector is thriving, with wood and forest product exports surging from 9.4 billion in 2018 to 12.3 billion in 2020. Despite this impressive growth, there is a serious challenge: the significant loss of productivity due to pests and diseases. We are seeing the increasing incidence of these issues globally, and Vietnam is no exception. A key concern in this continuous emergence of new insects, pests, and pathogens, which are causing the widespread damage and impacting the health and yield of our plantation forests. To address this, a comprehensive study was conducted over a decade, from 2011 to 2020. This involved systematically forest health surveys across the 8 key forest geographic regions within Vietnam. The researchers examined 12 native and 4 exotic tree genera along with bamboo. They quantified the damage caused by these insects and pathogens using precise metrics, including damage incidence, which is the percentage of the affected trees, and a damage index to gauge the severity of the damage. Let's delve into the specific threats. Regarding insects pests, the majority of the categories identified was folivores, as we know it as the leaf eaters, wood borers, and that damage the wood, and sap-sucking insects. What particularly alarming is the rapid increase in the new and emerging insect pest species. In 2011, only 2 new species were noted, but in 2020, this number has jumped to 14 new species, indicating a growing and evolving threat. Similarly, on the pathogen front, 3 major pathogens were identified as significant threats, which is Ceratopsitis menginicans, Fusarium solani, and also Phytophthora acacia. The number of new and emerging pathogens also increased from 2 in 2011 to 3 in 2020. A worrying development is the expansion of Ceratopsitis menginicans, which is also affecting the native species such as Dalbergia tonkinensis and Chucrasia tabularis, highlighting its increasing adaptability and risks. To give you a clearer pictures, Let's look at the specific examples. Among folivores, the wild Tesser silk moth, Antheria friti, has become a serious pest on Diptercarpus alatus and Hopia odorata, which is very high damage incidence and also causing the tree death. Among significant defoliator is Archrokista hilaralis, the Kadam defoliator moth, particularly impacting the young Neolapnakia, Kadamba, and Nauclea orientalis plantation. Lastly, the Ailatus webworm moth, Ativa fabriciella, which causing damage to Ailatus trifisa plantation, which is often leading to 100% incidence and tree mortality. Turning to wood borers, Batocera lineolata, the striped longhorn beetles, is a major problem in clonal eucalyptus plantation. The larvae bore into the sapwood, weakening the trees and ultimately leading to their death. Even with widespread of Eualacacia fornicatus, the polyphagous short hole borer. This beetle attack various acacia species, and also problem is compounded by fungal its carry, which is Fusarium eualaceae, which leads to extensive food degradations and decay within the infected trees. So what can be done? The research outlined several crucial management strategies. Firstly, it can be done by investing in genetic improvement through selection and breeding of resistant tree genotypes is vital. Secondly, improving nursery hygiene and adopting better silviculture practices can help reduce the tree vulnerability. 3. There is a strong recommendation to adopt integrated pest management, or IPM in short, schemes which are also still in developing in Vietnamese forestry. 4th, by strengthening the national biosecurity and quarantine measure is essential despite the challenges of Vietnam's long borders. And finally, by developing a robust forest health monitoring protocols by using tools like sentinel planting and remote sensing is the key to early detection of stressed trees. In conclusion, the past decade has clearly shown the dynamic and escalating biotic threats to tree health in Vietnam's forest plantations. These challenges necessitate immediate and proactive action. By implementing the recommended strategies, Vietnam can minimize the future of the commercial loss and ensure the sustainable development and a long-term health of its vital forest economy. That is all from me. Thank you for listening and for your time on my article review of new and emerging insect pests and disease threats to forest plantation in Vietnam. Thank you.